Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Figuring Out Fatherhood Unplugged podcast. This is the first one I recorded this year, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you, really. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve and a wonderful New Year's Day. And I'm glad to see you all here in 2022. On today's episode, I just want to talk to you about the importance of being intentional with your life and being intentional with your year. The new year symbolizes a new beginning. It symbolizes one cycle ending and another cycle beginning. It symbolizes a new opportunity, a new chance for you to take action, a new chance for you to change your life, a new chance for you to start again, start afresh, and forget about the worries that came with the previous year. So what I'm encouraging you to do is be intentional. Be intentional with the changes you want to make this year. Be intentional with your resolutions. When it's all said and done, 31st of December 2022, I want to be able to look back and say, you know what, these are the goals I set myself for 2022 and I achieved them. I want it to be different to how you've done things previous years. And that's the purpose behind today's episode. It's all about being intentional and the part of being intentional. So what does it mean to be intentional? To be intentional by definition, it means to be deliberate. It means to do things on purpose. To be intentional to me is being able to identify a goal and doing whatever it takes, taking necessary steps to achieve that goal. That's being intentional. You want something, you're intentional by getting it. That means you do whatever it takes to get there. To be intentional is a way to approach life. It's all about being purposeful. It's all about being deliberate. You make decisions and take action based on what it is you set yourself. You take action based on your intentions. Living intentionally is just doing things and doing whatever it takes to achieve the goals that you set yourself. And athletes is intentional. They wake up, they train, they eat the right things, they train again, they eat the right things, and they go to bed on time. The most successful people live with intention. Successful people are disciplined, and they're disciplined by intention. Like they know that these are the things they have to do in order to be a success. Now we need to apply that same thinking, that same mindset to our actual lives. Being intentional is wrapped around your why. And I have to ask at this stage, do you know what your why is? Why is it that you do the things you do? What is it you're trying to achieve in life? Why do you wake up every day and go to work and come home? Why do you wake up and do what you do? What is it in life that you actually want for yourself? What is your why? Why do you do the things you do? Why are you alive? Your why, generally speaking, is the purpose of your existence, or what you believe to be the purpose of your existence. And with that, it's very, very, very personal. No one can tell you what your why is. People can help you, guide you on your way to finding out what your why is, but only you can do the work to find out what your why is. And you have to be intentional about finding your why in order for you to make the changes necessary to be intentional about your life. It's important to be intentional because it gives you clarity. It gives you clarity on what's important, and it gives you clarity on where to invest your resources. Your resources being your time, your money, your effort, amongst a whole host of other things. It makes it easier to identify distractions. And with distractions, what I mean is when you're living intentionally, things that you shouldn't be doing or things that hinder you from achieving what it is you want to accomplish. By all means, you can go ahead and take part in those distractions, but once you're able to identify them, you know that this is you intentionally indulging yourself with distractions. For example, if you know as an athlete you need to be training, but you choose not to train, you know to yourself that you're making an intentional decision not to train. And if you fail, if you come last, if you let your team down, you know that it was because you decided to cut corners and you were intentional about cutting corners. If you choose to be intentional and you choose to indulge yourself in your distractions, you only have yourself to blame, and that gives you a level of accountability. Being intentional gives you a level of accountability that nothing else can provide. Being intentional also, it creates a new mindset within yourself. It creates a mindset of achievement. It creates a mindset of focus, because you know that once you achieve what you set out to achieve, it snowballs. It becomes a habit where you're constantly being intentional. You constantly know that this is what I need to do in order to get here, and it becomes a way of life. Really, you're no longer just wandering through life hoping for things to happen. These times you have become the creator. You have become the person making things happen for yourself. It's also important to be intentional because you adopt good habits, but keep in mind you also have to be intentional about adopting good habits, to be fair. But yeah, these are just some of the reasons why it's important to be intentional with your life. There are so many other reasons, so many benefits as to why being intentional is important, but that's just a little taste of. I would encourage you to do your own research and you can find out more about the reasons why it's important to be intentional. But for the purpose of this podcast, and to keep it short because I can talk about this stuff the whole day, I'm going to skip over the rest and just move on. So as promised, here are some areas I plan to be intentional this year. The first one being with how I raise my daughter. Spending more time with my daughter, spending less time with gadgets when she's around, and just spending more quality time and being intentional and making sure she adopts a mindset that will enable her to chase her passions. I don't want her to be in a position where she is living a life determined by what society thinks she should be doing. I also want to be intentional with how the time I spend with her, going on more adventures, establishing a best friendship where we speak constantly but we trust each other. That's something I'm being intentional about this year. We're already on track, but more can be done, which is why I'm being intentional about doing more this year. Second thing I'm being intentional about this year is my day job. Now, I got a new job towards the end of last year, and I'll be quite honest here, it's been very, very challenging. But I'm absolutely not mad at it. I left my old job because I wanted a new challenge, amongst other reasons, but that was the main reason. I wanted a new challenge, and now that I have that challenge, I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to rise to it. So I'm being intentional about that. I'm being intentional about not letting this challenge defeat me. Anything I set my mind to, I plan to be a success at it. It doesn't matter what it is I'm doing, I'm going to be a success. And that's just the way I approach, that's my approach to life. So I'm being intentional about being a success at my day job as well. The other thing I'm being intentional about are it's not one thing, it's multiple things. My side job, my side projects, my side hustles, everything I do on the side. For those of you who actually may not be aware, I actually do take pictures. My photography Instagram page is what Chris took next, all one word. So have a look in when you get a chance. But yeah, this year I'm being intentional about taking pictures. I've set myself a target of number of events I want to shoot, the type of events I want to shoot, studio shoots. I want to have a variety in my portfolio. I want to increase my brand reach so more people can have access to me. I want to be able to get bookings that are not just word of mouth or just I know someone who's a photographer. I want someone to actually land on my page and be like, you know what, I love the quality of his work. I want to book this person, and they have no idea who I am. That's what I've set myself this year. That's what I'm being intentional about this year for my photography. I'm also being intentional about figuring out Fatherhood. I've actually recorded the first 4 episodes of season 2, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys. But obviously, with that, I need to edit the videos. I need to make sure the quality is of a standard that I like, and I have to be intentional about that. I don't want to just edit it and put something out just for the sake of putting out content. I want it to be good quality, and I want you guys to enjoy it thoroughly. So that's what I'm doing. Being intentional about that as well. I'm also want to grow the brand. I want to have access to more people. Ultimately, figuring out Fatherhood is about creating better parents, creating better people, creating better men. So it's not even about financial gain for me anyway. That's what photography is for. It's about just making sure that the message is reaching more people. I need more people to want to better themselves, more people to want to better their parenting. I want us to focus on bettering ourselves so that the next generation can benefit off our hard work. Some other things I want to be intentional about this year is my health, my physical health, my mental health, my emotional well-being, my mindset. So that could be going to the gym, what I eat, less sugar, eating more vegetables, drinking more water, drinking alcohol less. These are different things I'm being intentional about this year. I want to be a healthier person. And 31st of December 2022, I want to look back and be like, you know what? These are the changes I made to myself intentionally, and these are the benefits that I'm feeling right now. I feel good. I'm healthy. There are a lot more things I'm being intentional about this year. I have all these things pinned to my vision board. I would encourage you to look into what a vision board is, but if you are interested in me talking about what a vision board is and the importance and how to create a vision board, just let me know in the comments and I will do an episode and possibly even a workshop if it's something you're interested in. But yeah, I have 2 vision boards. I have a vision board right above my bed. This is the vision board I have for my life because I'm very intentional about my life and the kind of person I want to be and the kind of life I want to live. And I also have a vision board for the year. This one is opposite my bed. So anytime, once I wake up, when I look up, I see the vision board for my life. When I sit up, I see my vision board for the year. And it's a constant reminder as to why I have to live with intention. It's a constant reminder why I have to be intentional about decisions I make on a day-to-day basis. This next part, I'm going to cover how to be intentional this year. The first thing I would encourage you to do is to get clear on what it is you want for your life. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, get clear on what it is that you want. It might seem daunting, to be honest. I'm asking you to look way into the future when you haven't ever, but I would encourage you to. And this is another reason why I believe vision boarding is important, right? Because with vision boarding, things that I know I want for my life at different points in time, I'll make a note of it, find a picture of it, and just slap on my vision board. Some people like virtual vision boards, that's absolutely fine as well, but I actually have a physical vision board. Like I said previously, above my bed for my life. And on that vision board, I have different elements of what I believe will make up the life I want for myself in the future. So yeah, get clear on what it is you want for your life. 5, 10, 20 years from now, what does that person look like? Are they healthy? Are they unhealthy? What's their mindset like? What do they do on a day-to-day? Are they the kind of person who accomplishes tasks? They set themselves tasks and accomplish them? Are they the kind of person who lives intentionally? Are they the kind of person who runs marathons? Are they the kind of person who spends time with their child? Are they frequent flyers? It's entirely up to you what you want that person to be. What is their source of income? What do they do in their spare time? You decide that. It's your life and you can design it however you want to design it. But the first thing I would encourage you to do when you want to live intentionally is to get clear on what you want for your life in the future. The second thing I encourage you to do is to get clear on the goals you want to achieve this year relative to the rest of your life. Get clear on the goals you want to achieve this year. Like, this could be your starting year. You want to start small. For example, I want to start taking pictures in 2021 last year. So my vision board, there was just a camera on it, and I knew that in order to start taking pictures, I had to take the first step, which was to buy a camera. So I reached out to people that I knew, like, what's a good starting camera for me to do this? This was before I had any paid bookings. I had nothing. I knew zero about photography. But I set myself a goal that this year I want to accomplish I want to learn to take pictures, and I want to have paid bookings, which I did have. So get clear on what it is you want to achieve in 2022. Get clear on where you currently stand. Get clear on the steps you need to take in order to achieve what it is you set yourself for the end of 2022. It's important that you clarify exactly where you are right now relative to where you want to be at the end of the year, relative to where you want to be in life, like we covered previously. The reason why you do this is so you can identify the steps you need to take in order to be proactive in getting to that goal. So I encourage you to break down your annual goals, into smaller chunks. It could be quarterly, it could be monthly, but break down your goals into smaller, easily digestible chunks. The next step is to break down your broken down goals into weekly and daily tasks. Do you want to save more? Yes. What are the tasks you have to do in order to save more? I need to review my finances. I need to create a budget spreadsheet. I need to cancel direct debits I don't need. Do you want to get a new job? Yes. What are the tasks you need to do? You need to review and update your CV. You need to review and update your LinkedIn. You need to look at job descriptions. You need to speak to recruiters. These are tasks that you will need to do on a daily or weekly basis in order to achieve the goal that you set yourself. So breaking down your broken down goals into weekly and daily tasks will help you to understand what it is you actually need to be doing, or what you should be doing, shall I say. Again, you can decide not to do those things, but just remember, when it's all said and done, you were intentional about not doing what you had to do, and you only have yourself to blame. The next step, organize your tasks by priority. So having a long list of things to do can also be daunting because you're not sure where to start. So on a weekly basis, I would encourage you to set your tasks in advance for the week. My week starts on Monday, so I would set my task list for the week on Sunday, and on Sunday I will prioritize my tasks by what's most important, right? And that will let me know what I need to do first. So it's entirely up to how you want to break down your goals into weekly and daily tasks, but I will encourage you to do that and to prioritize your tasks, because it gives you a starting point. It's not a case of doing what you feel like doing. It's doing what you need to do, doing what you have to do. The next one is to actually do the work. It goes without saying, you actually have to do it. You can procrastinate if you want. You can defer it if you want. You can choose not to do it altogether. But like I said, when it's all said and done, you're going to look back on yourself and realize that this was your choice. You chose to live a life of mediocrity. You chose not to live a life intentionally, and you chose the life you're currently living. And finally, review your progress. Look back over time, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, whatever frequency that you want. Look back, reflect on the previous period. This will allow you to plan for the next period efficiently. It will ensure your tasks are aligned to your goals. It will also give you extra motivation to achieve your goals, because like I keep saying, the more you achieve stuff, the more you actually want to achieve. And as always, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you found it beneficial, informative, I encourage you to share it with your friends, share it on social media, share it with anyone you feel like will benefit from this information. You know, this is a message that it doesn't apply to just parents, it applies across the board. Be intentional in 2022. Be intentional about the rest of your life. What is it that you want to achieve? Be intentional about it. And I'm going to leave you guys how I always leave you, and that is to make it your mission today to make a decision that future you'll be grateful for. Future you'll be grateful for being intentional about your life. 10 years from today, you're going to be grateful for deciding on this day in 2022 to be intentional. So until next time, guys.